If you suffer with loose dentures or you are embarrassed to smile because you have missing teeth, here's how mini dental implants will change your life.
I was in a car accident and I had a fractured jaw.
I have 4 teeth missing in the back.
I couldn't hide it any longer.
I'm gonna go and get this done.
Because you don't want to go around without teeth.
Getting the mini dental implants was a life changer for me.
It looks natural, it feels natural.
It's more affordable.
Very affordable. It's well worth it.
It doesn't hurt.
What pain.
Now I can chew like real people.
I don't have to put all the goo on.
With these, I can eat everything.
I don't have to worry about being embarrassed going to a restaurant.
I wish I would have got it done a long time ago.
It's the best decision I ever made.
It hasn't made my life easier, it sure has.
Mini dental implants have changed my life.
I feel a lot more confident, my smile feels better.
They gave me my dignity back.
It's been fantastic.
It's been wonderful.
Now I have my smile back, and that's really nice.
It's just so much better.
I do smile a lot now.
My dental implant has changed my life.
I'm excited to be me again.
Well, now I don't have to worry about it. I can laugh however I want.
I love it.
Welcome to Innovations in Health. I'm John DeShula with Dr. Dean Wright from Cambridge Family Dentistry in Wichita, Kansas. Dr. Wright, the mini dental implant is a life-changing procedure. In fact, you're going to have something to smile about with the mini dental implant. Tell us why.
Well, absolutely. The mini dental implant is designed to go into bone and hold fixtures of dentistry, crowns, bridges, partials, dentures. As an example here, if you put mini dental implants into a lower jaw, which is the most common thing we would do, the patient that has no implants on the lower and they're just wearing a full lower denture like this, they have a real problem because this floats around and never fixates.
And that's where the lower gum just kind of floats along the gum and you get all that adhesive that has to be the goop. But this is a stabilization process that really helps people.
I saw a patient once who she placed it 5 times a day and she arranged her whole day around when she was going to have the maximum fixation from dental adhesives, or what you call the goop. What we can do in a one-day procedure is place these small implants down into the mandible. And there's a fixation process here where there's a little metal cup with an O-ring, and we can put 4, maybe up to 8 or even 10 of these in the lower mandible, and then fixate it down and it's nice and strong.
And so that stabilization, and therefore the confidence level comes back, and the fear of the teeth coming out, the issues of eating are pretty much gone.
Oh, tremendous. You know, there's such a psychological part to dentistry. People who have dentures, you know, they sometimes lack confidence. They think people see there's a problem, and especially if they go out in public and they can't eat properly. I know people who have not eaten out in a restaurant for over 10 years just because they were afraid that somebody might see their denture floating around.
Sure.
Okay, and so that's a huge thing when you can do this. They eat better, they can smile, they have confidence. Let's say you're a public speaker, possibly a minister, or maybe even somebody on TV. I've seen this on TV before with some people who have a loose lower denture, and it's a tough thing. So we can do this in a one-day procedure, economically, affordable, very, very painless, and that person has a changed life.
Well, and we should mention the mini dental implant is 5 times less. It's less invasive, less pain and discomfort, less healing time, less visits to the dentist, although we want you to go to the dentist for a checkup, and it's less expensive. You have another model. I'm going to take the lower away because now this is an example of an upper denture.
Yes, since we do the lower most commonly, a lot of times people who have upper dentures, they feel like they want to do implants up there too. The main reason is to get rid of this palate. For a full denture, this would be full back here to make suction. But when you do the implants, and we place anywhere from 6 to about 10 on the top there, same fixation process, you can lock that in, no palate, and all of a sudden the patient can feel the roof of their mouth, they can taste food better, they don't have the gagging anymore. That's probably the biggest thing, is some people just cannot wear an upper denture. Wow. They gag.
So imagine your taste is coming back. And here in Kansas, we love our food, we love those juicy steaks. You want to bite into an apple, an ear of corn? Now you can do that with confidence, and you taste the food all over again.
Absolutely.
Is that what you hear from your patients, Doc, that they've gotten that sense of taste back and enjoying the foods that they loved so much?
You know, I've been placing implants since 1976, and this particular implant is much easier to place, and we have put it in more than any other implant. This is a mini implant. But all day long, I hear from patients, you changed my life. Thank you so much. I can taste my food. I can smile. I can go out in public. It's almost like a recording that just keeps going and going.
But it's a good recording to have. Show us what this is.
Okay, this is called the Fix on 6. Now, once again, it's for an upper, and it has 6 of the mini implants. But the restoration is called a roundhouse bridge. It's a fully 1-unit piece made out of either porcelain with a metal base or zirconia. And that would fixate in like this, and it is even more small that you would feel like you have regular teeth. But it is retrievable, so that the person could pop it out, clean it, put it back in, but we don't have all the acrylic that a regular denture has.
And you can work with the patient's dentures that they already have, or you can create something new, but this is even more advanced because this is a set of teeth that can take a licking and keep on ticking.
You know, when a patient comes in, if they have adequate dentures, I mean, if the teeth are good, if the fit isn't too bad and they're relatively new, we can just fixate them and we don't have to make a whole new set of teeth.
How about that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Now this example is one, but you have another that's even higher up. I mean, I'll take this away.
Okay.
God gave us our baby teeth and our adult teeth, but Dr. Wright is going to give you a 3rd set of teeth, and we're going to show you why.
Well, John, this is as close as we can get to what God gave us. We have more implants, and they would mimic the roots of a natural mouth. And so the roundhouse is made again, but this time it's designed so that it will cement on permanently. This one would not come out.
So that's in.
That's in all the time.
And it looks so great.
Oh, yeah.
And these are made in America products, everybody, we should mention. And it's custom made just for you.
Yes, it is.
And that looks terrific.
You know, I might say on all of these models and all these procedures, an experienced dentist like myself that's done this for 42 years, I still can't tell a very good bridge or denture when I'm talking to somebody if I don't know if they have it or not. If it's done properly, it looks natural, people will not know.
Yeah. Now this is a full set of teeth, and now you have an example for somebody that might need just a few teeth on the side. In fact, this is where I think it's so important. If somebody has a problem in their back teeth and they think, well, nobody sees it, it's in the back, nobody knows except me. No, because the mouth and the teeth will not work right, and you're not chewing properly if you don't take care of problems in the back of your mouth. Show us how that would work.
Well, exactly. We are designed by God for our teeth to be able to move. And they will, there's a ligament around the tooth that allows it to move a little bit. So if you are missing teeth, these teeth will really start moving around. And so they'll collapse, they'll super erupt, they'll do some things that aren't helpful to you. So by putting many implants or other implants like that and having a restoration here, which is a full bridge, and you can permanently cement that in there like that, and that would hold the bite, give you something to chew with, and look very nice.
And that means your mouth is full again.
Absolutely.
And you're chewing all the great foods that we love here in Kansas even better than you did before. And the single tooth option, this is fascinating because the mini dental implant can work for someone who is really of any age, and you might have a car accident, there might have been a problem with your tooth, sports injury.
Well, let's say a person loses just a single tooth. In this example here, we've placed the implant in a very front incisor, and then we've made a porcelain crown that looks like this, and then that would cement in permanently and look like a natural tooth. That would not come out.
And that's cemented in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, now this is all about the mini dental implant. And by the way, Cambridge Family Dentistry in Wichita, 2020 North Webb Road, Suite 301. And here's the phone number, folks, 316-247-8494. And the website is cambridgefamilydentists.com. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But you have another example, Doc, of another kind of an implant that I think is fascinating. Why don't you explain what this is?
Well, years ago, I realized that there was a need for a shorter, fatter implant. If you have long, thin bone, of course, the mini implant works tremendous because it fits into a narrow area. But if you don't have long, thin bone or adequate height, we have an implant called the Bicon. Now, this is made out of the same material. Of course, this is a model, but the real implant would only be about 5 to 6 millimeters tall, so it's very small, about the end of a pencil. And if you have a small area of bone, we can place this into the bone, but this has to wait for about 3 months as it osseointegrates. In other words, the bone, the osseous, integrates, fuses to this implant into these louvers and gets a lot of strength.
So that's what really holds it in.
Right. So after that integration has happened, then we can go and take what we call an abutment. And this abutment just snaps down into the implant. And it is biological sealed. There's no bacteria or food that can get down inside there. And it snaps in, and so the bone is down below here.
And that's above the gum.
This sits above the gum.
What is that abutment made of?
It's made out of titanium.
Okay.
These are all titanium alloy.
And then the finishing touch is the tooth.
The finishing touch would be a porcelain over metal tooth or a zirconia tooth. And then that would go on there permanently like that.
And that's glued in as well.
That is cemented on, that would not come out.
So say, you know, someone like me who gets into accidents all the time and something happens to that tooth that I've just, you know, had done, how would you fix it?
Well, this is a cool implant because it's retrievable. The patient can't take it out, but we can.
Okay.
So let's say something happens and this tooth got damaged or broken or whatever, and we needed to do a repair, or maybe we just needed to replace it. This can snap out. The work can be done on this part here. The implant is still in the bone. In one day, we can bring it back, stick it back in.
And there
again.
it is. And that kind of an implant is called?
This is called a bicon implant, and it is short and fat. We can actually place it anywhere, but we use it in combination with the mini implants very, very successfully.
Let's talk a little bit about you, your background as a dentist here in Wichita.
Okay. I'm actually born and raised in Wichita, having gone to schools in Wichita, graduated from Wichita State University. That's our alumni. And then went to Missouri Dental School in Kansas City. When I came out in 1976, I set up in the Wichita area, and I've been there ever since.
And you, I understand, have been married almost 50 years.
Yes, to my wife Nancy, the love of my life, a wonderful, beautiful lady. I could never have made these progresses in our life without her. She is the backbone of our marriage.
Well, God bless. And your son is a prominent attorney here in Kansas.
Yes,
in
he is.
Wichita.
He's a very successful attorney.
And we've talked about the mini dental implant, but you're really being humble, because how many mini dental implants and dental implants overall have you done in the course of your practice?
I know it's over 22,000. It could be 25,000, but we know it's way up there. And
wow, that's amazing. 22,000 different patients, more or less, have had their lives changed by you.
Well, something like that.
That's great.
You know, it's been a lot of fun to help people and to make them feel better about themselves. Sure.
My teeth kept getting worse and worse.
And it was slipping around, and I couldn't eat, and I'd get aggravated.
All the adhesives in the world didn't help.
The floating, not being able to eat.
It was always a problem opening your mouth.
I saw Dr. Wright's infomercial on television.
Offer to free examination.
I got really excited.
I said, I gotta go talk to these people.
We came down and talked to Dr. Wright.
And I thought, well, that's the thing for me.
And one day, I was in with 15 implants and out the same day.
I had 6 implants put in like 2 hours. Wow.
I went on home with many smiles.
They're secure, they fit.
Nothing hurt. Nothing.
You know, when I had the mini dental implants, it really didn't hurt.
It's lovely. It's like I've got my own teeth have grown back again.
Well, I can eat better now, and life's much better.
I can eat steak. You know, they just feel like they're a part of me now.
Implants are wonderful.
Greatest decision I ever done.
They do it right the first time. You'll walk out with no regrets.
This is the place to come.
I would have paid double for how much good it has done me.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it. Sure would.
Dr. Wright's a hoot. He's fun to be with.
They genuinely care about you.
It's like they've known me all my life.
Many dental implants are incredible.
I had no idea I'd be where I'm at right now. If I hadn't come, I would still be miserable.
She's like, Mama, you look like yourself again. You look like my mama. And that was worth everything to me.
And you have a great team over at your office. By the way, 2020 North Webb Road, Suite 301 in Wichita. Tell us about your staff, because you've got a great team.
You know, we've been fortunate enough to expand and get extra help. And so over the years, I've added more doctors. At this time, I have 5 associates who are all experts in implants also. They all place mini implants. They can place the Bicon. They do all types of dentistry. I mean, we do general dentistry. You know what's interesting is half the time when somebody comes in and they want to talk about implants, they may not need implants. They might need just general dentistry. So that's where I think we have a real edge, because we can look at, you know, everything they need and in between and give them the best diagnosis and treatment possible, because they may not always need the implants. If they do, we'll do it. If they don't, we'll give them something else that's just as good.
And if you go to the website, CambridgeFamilyDentists.com, you'll find out all about the services that you offer, because it's a comprehensive dental plan. In fact, if someone's watching and they're thinking, well, I already have my dentist. No, if they come to you, not only will they get the consultation about the mini dental implant, but they might be able to be offered a service that they may not be getting somewhere else.
Well, absolutely. We will give a free consultation and second opinions. We love to give second opinions. And a lot of times we'll tell them, hey, what this other dentist has proposed for you is fine. That's fine. If you want to get that done there, we recommend you go back and do that. However, if we see an easier way or something that's going to fit the patient's needs more, we'll explain that and offer it to the patient. And many times when they come in fact, the majority of the time, we can save them money.
Well, and the mini dental implant is a less expensive option than some of the conventional implants, and it's an affordable solution. And when you go in for the consultation, I know that in addition to that, there's a fee for this, but you would get a 3D image of your mouth, of your dental work.
You know, if necessary, we have a 3-dimensional x-ray machine. In fact, we were the first ones to get one, and it got so outdated we have another one now. But anyway, we can use that to look at the bone and see what the sizes are, just how much is there, whether we can place an implant or not. We can look at the nerves, the sinuses, blood supply, everything that needs to be looked at, so we know exactly where to put that implant safely.
And one of the things that people must talk about is the cost. And I would assume that you are able to work that out with your patients. And explain how that process works as a part of the consultation.
Well, this type of dentistry is more affordable than you think. First of all, we can customize a treatment plan for the patient. There are some patients that they do a little bit at a time. Every year they might do some procedure and just keep doing an add-on. Or if they get it all done at once and they can pay for it up front, we'll give them a nice discount. But if they can't afford it all and want to get it done all at one time, then we have several payment options where they can finance it and make payments and get the dentistry done right away.
And we should say that this is an investment in yourself. I mean, if you're looking at this and saying, well, I'm going to put it off because. Nope. You need to maybe do that because if you're in a relationship, if you're looking for a new job, there's some life-changing moment, or like we discussed, you simply want to have a level of confidence that you as a human being have with your family, with your peers. The mini dental implant can change your life. So, and you've worked it out. So it's not going to be something that's oppressive. It's going to be something that the patient here in Kansas can work through with you in your practice.
It's life-changing. And you know, that, like I said, people that get it done, they say, man, I wish I'd done this sooner. I wish I'd found you a long time ago. You know, you've changed my life. I'm so happy. So many more things they can do now.
And one of the rewarding things about Dr. Wright, Dr. Dean Wright has traveled the world. You've lectured in Europe, in South America. What do you do when you travel the world?
Well, sometimes I'm a student. I've been to South America a couple of times as a student, but I also lectured over there at the same time. And we were doing advanced procedures on the Bicon implant. And a number of years ago, I used to do many residencies where I'd bring it to the office, 5 or 6 dentists at a time, show them a live case on placing implants and hooking up teeth and dentures and so forth, and train other dentists. And I've trained all of the dentists in our office on how to do these procedures.
What's the reaction when you travel the world and they hear you lecture about some of these amazing dental techniques that maybe they don't have in those countries?
Well, they're amazed. You know, America and Europe especially is on the cutting edge for a lot of this. And so if you show somebody that's not familiar with these procedures, yeah, it really enlightens them.
And the mini dental implant is, by the way, it's 5 times less invasive, less pain and discomfort, less healing time, less visits to the dentist, less expensive. It's an affordable solution. That's been a revolutionary advancement in the dental world because you've followed all the technology over these years?
You know, when I came out of school, they talked about the high-speed drill being the biggest innovation in dentistry. And in my 42 years, I absolutely, without a doubt, would say that the mini dental implant is now the most innovative procedure that I've seen as far as helping people and being able to do things with it. It's just amazing. So, you know, I'm just talking from experience. Someone else might want to contradict that, but in my heart, I feel like the mini dental implant is the biggest innovation that I've had in my career.
Let's talk about some of your patients, because I have to believe, you talked about how they changed your life. Are there a few that come to mind specifically who've gone through the mini dental implant procedure?
You know, the first one that comes to mind is back when I first started, I had a lady from Florida that was passing through our area, and she wanted me to check her mini implants and get some new O-rings. And she had the procedure done in Florida. We didn't even do the case. And I was quizzing her, and I just asked her how much she paid for it, you know, if she felt comfortable telling me that. And she gave me a number, and I said, well, did you know if you'd had it done here, and I was kidding her, I said, if you had it done here, it would have cost half as much. She leaned over at me and she said, I would have gladly paid twice as much in Florida for the benefit that I've had from these mini implants. If somebody feels that strongly about this procedure, we really have something.
Well, and that testimony is important because some people still have a fear of going to the dentist. Why don't people go to the dentist?
Number one reason is fear, and we have that figured out now. We have local anesthetics, we can pre-medicate people, but we also have IV sedation where we can put the patient asleep. If they don't want to hear my bad jokes,
they're not bad. They're funny, Doc.
Well, that's you. Maybe they probably don't want to hear or see what we're doing, so we can put them asleep, and that's a great, great thing for a patient.
Now that we talk about the technology, that's another reason why going to the dentist is you've made it a better experience because the technology is such that you're going to change people's lives with the mini dental implant and any other dental procedure that you would have. And now that we've gotten to know Dr. Dean Wright from Cambridge Family Dentistry here in Wichita, we should tell you they're at 2020 North Webb Road. Explain how to get there because it's a place that everybody has some familiarity with here in Wichita.
Well, if you're coming up from the east side, you know, we're real close to 21st and Webb Road, but if you can loop over on 96 or take Kellogg over to the east side where we're at, and it's very easy to get to. We're right off of a main hub. You know, I might say something, you know, we're talking about the implants of old. One of the first type of implants they did was they would literally put 3 large bars down into your bone and hook a denture to it. Gosh, I can do the same thing in an hour with these small mini implants, very little pain, if any at all. Hook up that denture the same day and change their life. Now, that's how far we've come in that 40-year span.
And it's right in your office. So the procedure is done right here in Wichita, 2020 North Webb.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And here's the number, by the way. It's 316-247-8494, CambridgeFamilyDentists.com. We talk a little bit about less pain. I'm to understand that an Advil or something over the counter like an ibuprofen will help mitigate whatever minimal pain there is.
Sure, that'll help. But we can prescribe stronger medication too. If they need a narcotic, sure, we'll give that to them. Everybody has a different pain threshold.
Yeah.
So whatever they need, we'll take care of their pain needs.
And a water pick, I'm to understand, and the irrigation device will make that cleansing just right.
Water picks are fantastic. We highly recommend that. A lot of these implants you can get to and brush with a toothbrush in just literally seconds. But a water pick, if it's a little tougher to get to, you can blow that out underneath the restoration and get a nice, good, clean area.
FDA approved. Imagine getting that sense of taste back. We love our steaks here in Kansas, don't we, Dr. Wright?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Beef is one of our main businesses here.
Well, I'm going to go through the models with you one more time, all right? We'll start with this one real fast. Show us why. Now that we've heard about the mini dental implant, this brings it home.
Okay. The number one thing, a loose lower denture. People who have a loose lower denture can only eat 30% as good. That's giving up a lot of things. They can't smile, they can't eat. It's very, very bad on the ego. We place the mini implants in one day, put the snaps in, lock it down.
So no more goop, everybody. That lower denture that slides all around and you swallow that adhesive. No, the titanium post holds it right into place. This is an upper.
Number one problem, the palate that goes all the way back. People don't like that. If you cut that out without implants, you have no suction, it falls out. So we place the implants, put the snaps into the denture,
and right
lock
in
it
place
down.
and stabilizes so that sense of taste is back again because that upper plastic is gone.
Yes.
This is an example of,
This would be the Fix-On 6. It's a removable roundhouse porcelain or zirconia appliance. It's smaller than the other things you saw, and the implants are placed, the appliance is made, and it snaps in, and it feels more like natural teeth, but it is retrievable.
looks good to me. And then we talk about God giving us our baby teeth and then our adult teeth, and Dr. Dean Wright is going to give us our third set.
Okay, well, this is as close as we can get to what God gave us. We place more of the implants. The appliance is made, a roundhouse again, either porcelain or zirconia, and we use a cement and put that one in permanently.
And it doesn't move.
It does not come out.
And look how good that looks. And what kind of material again, Doc, is used with the teeth?
Well, of course, the implants are made out of a titanium alloy, but a lot of these are made with zirconia. Very, very strong.
Very strong. All right, so that's the full set. Now, if you have just a few teeth, this example will help us in the back or the front.
Yes. You're missing some teeth on the side, we can place some implants, take a bridge, cement it permanently. That one does not come out. You might be missing one tooth.
Look at that.
Put the implant, make the restoration, single crown, cement it on permanently.
So if you have a medical problem, you've had an accident, that single tooth issue is gone. Dr. Dean Wright, this is the final example, real quick, on what you call the Bicon.
This is the Bicon. It's a 3-stage procedure. We have a crown, we have an abutment, and the implant itself. The implant goes into the bone. It's much smaller and it goes into short fat areas, maybe 4 or 5 millimeters, actually smaller than my little finger here. And then it fuses to the bone. These flukes here fuse to the bone.
So that's under the gum.
Yeah, you don't see that part. And then after 3 months or so, the abutment is popped in there.
Can't get anything inside.
No, and so you'd see this part above the gum. This is all below the bone. And then the restoration, in this case, a single crown is made that would permanently fixate onto that.
And Dr. Dean Wright is an innovator in health right here in Wichita, Kansas. You can find out more by visiting his office at 2020 North Webb Road, Suite 301, right here in Wichita. The phone number again, 316-247-8494. The website, CambridgeFamilyDentists.com. I have learned so much, Dr. Dean Wright. I hope that our viewers out here in Wichita have learned as much as well. You're an innovator in health. You have a wonderful family and a wonderful practice, and you're changing people's lives. And in so many ways, as your website says, you have given us something to smile about.
Well, thank you. I appreciate having me today.